John 1 and verse 46, and Nathanael said unto him, Can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip said unto him, Come and see. Double honest, the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations to brothers on down, teaching, preaching, pushing this gospel, good news to the four corners of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Greetings also to the few elect ladies tuning into these video epistles. Hope you're edified, built up by the power of truth that's coming out of this book. It's our book, the holy book for the holy people. We're calling a lesson from the text there. Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? We understand Nazareth to be one of the cities kind of downtrodden as we get into the research, and we understand from our learning it wasn't much expected to come out of that place. And so reading this, it just put me in the stead of people looking at the likes of, well, not even myself, but all the other teachers preaching this truth. They're expecting you to go through their higher learning, so-called, go to their schools of learning and have all these qualifications. If you don't have it, well, you don't count. So here we see this kind of thinking being applied to the humble beginnings of our Savior, Yahushua. Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? It's not expected that the truth will come from where it's coming from. And so it's just not accepted. Let's read this again here. Nathanael said unto him, Can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip said unto him, Come and see. Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, Behold, red letter, behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile, no dishonesty, no double speak. You recognize him, who he was, and we see the rest of what was said there. We're going to keep moving because we Hebrew Israelites, the true Hebrew Israelites, are calling us bywords, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. We're not going to stop saying. We understand people get really angry and frustrated when they hear our claim. Yes, we're claiming our heritage. It doesn't matter what you think anymore. We're no longer, as we're going to get that, we're not staying on anything to do with this man. What man is Esau Edom, calling himself the white man? Your validation, we're not seeking it anymore. Where we're going to go to next, Matthew. Let's get a few of these that speaks of the incredulity and of the people. They wasn't accepting of our Savior. Where were we? Matthew 21. I think we're getting 10. 21 and 10. And when he was coming to Jerusalem, all the city was moved, saying, Who's this? And the multitude said, This is Yahushua. His name means he is salvation. The prophet of Nazareth of Galilee. See, that's who he was. And that's who he is. And we know he went on to overthrow the tables then. Let's get Matthew 11 and 8. What's the point of the lesson? Well, we're just speaking about the incredulity and how the unlikely source of this truth has got everyone dumbfounded. But it doesn't matter anymore. Matthew 11 and 8. But what went ye out for to see? This is Yahushua speaking about John the Baptist. Remember, he wasn't dressed in fine raiment. This is an unlikely source for the truth to come from. But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. That's what they're expecting. So the truth is not coming from there, so they can't accept it. They who, all the those even amongst us Sunday morning here again up in the hills in Jamaica, there's no one remotely interested in what I have to say about this truth. They're going backwards and forwards to church, and even those who don't go to these harlot houses, they still believe that there's some truth in there. They're not expecting what is about to happen. Let's get Mark. Keep going on. Keep speaking about the same thing. Mark 1 from 23. And there was in their synagogue a man with an unclean spirit, and he cried out, saying, Let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Yahushua of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? I know thee, who thou art. See, the spirits, they know him, and he knows them, the Holy One of Yahweh. And Yahushua rebuked him, saying, Hold thy peace, and come out of him, speaking to the unclean spirit. And when the unclean spirit had torn him, he cried with a loud voice, and he came out of him. And they were all amazed, insomuch that they questioned among themselves, saying, What thing is this? What new doctrine is this? For with authority commandeth he even the unclean spirits, and they do obey him. Immediately his fame spread abroad throughout all the region round about Galilee. See, that's what we're talking about, from a source that is least expected. No fine raiment, no big life, soft living. It's not happening here. Luke 4. Let's go from 28. And all they in the synagogue were, when they heard these things, were filled with wrath, and rose up, and thrust him out of the city, and led him unto the brow of the hill whereon their city was built, that they might cast him down headlong. See, some people, they get so angry. How dare you make these claims of who you are? We've taken your identity. How can you say you are you when we are you? The whole thing sounds preposterous when you say it out loud. I've got your identity. How can you say that you are you when I am you? This is the nature of the madness that is going on here. These people, Esau, Edom, chief amongst them, Amalek, they've taken our land, taken our identity, and they think they can take our inheritance. It can't happen. You are not the people. But he passing, let's read this again, and rose up, and thrust him out of the city, led him unto the brow of the hill whereon their city was built, that they might cast him, speaking of Yahushua, down headlong. They wanted to kill him, but he, passing through the midst of them, went his way, and came down to Capernaum, a city of Galilee, and taught them on the Sabbath days. And they were astonished at his doctrine. Why? For his word was with power. See? The synagogue, there was a rich man, again, that goes into something else. His word was with power. They didn't want to hear what he had to say. They didn't like the source. Who is this? We don't accept this man. And we don't accept his humble beginnings. We don't accept the people with this truth. The scripture says, if you don't accept me, you don't accept his word, then you don't accept my Father. You're going to be rejected, and you're going to die in your unbelief. Acts 2, 21 to 24. Acts 2, 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Who's this whosoever? I think it's Joel. It's Israel. Actually, just keep reading. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High among you by miracles, wonders, and signs, which the Most High did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourself also know. Him being delivered by the determinate counsel and foreknowledge of the Most High, ye have taken, and by wicked hands have crucified and slain, whom the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, hath raised up, having loosed the pains of death, because it was not possible that he should be holden of it. No, sir, he's got the victory. And that's that same victory extended onto us. We've got to see this thing through. Lord willing, we're of that number. Luke 21:24. Speaking of a low state and what's to happen to the true children of Israel throughout this red letter, Luke 21:24, and they, speaking of us, the true children of Israel, they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down. Speaking of 66 to 73 AD, but it's been repeated in our various captivities, trodden down of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And it's being fulfilled in our lifetime. Right now, we believe this is the last of the heathen empires, the heathen kingdoms, and our power is getting ready to return. Let's get some more on this. Deuteronomy 28, the one they hate. Speaking of this, 28, let's get 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. No one else fits these curses. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them. This is 7 refers to a completion. So in this case, this is the complete submission under the hand of our various enemies, especially Esau, Edom. And thou shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. See, let's get a few more. Jump over some of these. Verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Who's this happened to? Repeatedly in various different captivities. It's the Hebrew Israelites, you should know. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. No, somebody else is getting the benefits of all our labor for free. Taking our wives, scattering us, taking our children. 64. Deuteronomy 28:64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there shalt thou serve other gods. We're doing it now, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Speaking to all these various religions, especially pushed in the west, the uttermost part of the earth. Worship who you like, marry who you like. There's no rules. They don't want any law. You do anything you like. No one can judge me. This is the attitude. But this man, Esau, Edom, this last most brutal captivity, him and all of his lies is expired. The truth is springing up all over the place. And we're not staying on this man and his madness anymore. We're not relying on him. Let's get it. Isaiah 10 and verse 20. Start at 20. And it shall come to pass in that day. What day? The time of the end, the time of this man's rulership and all the heathen kingdoms reaching their end. It shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay, that's to rely or depend upon the Lord. It's all caps, the Holy One of Israel. In truth, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant. So you keep stressing it over and over. The elect of the Most High. I think that's Galatians 6:16. A remnant of them shall return. The consumption, the destruction decreed shall overflow with righteousness. We're reaching the end of this madness. It's nearly all over. Let's wrap up with this one here, Ezekiel 34. Let's get these 2 verses here. Could go up high, but let's just start at 12. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he's among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep, and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloud and dark. This is significant here, dark, because there's no light in this man, this kingdom. He's taken unto himself all of the riches of the earth. He was promised it by Isaac, the fatness, and he was given the sword to rule, and he's ruled with deceit and lies. plunder, rape, pillage. That's all he's been doing. So this is real cloudy and real dark. Gross darkness has covered the earth. And I will bring them out, that's the remnant, out, the elect, out from the people, and gather them from the countries, and will bring them to their own land. He's going to do it. You don't get in a flight and go there yourself. He's going to do it. That's the prophecy. And feed them upon the mountains of Israel by the rivers, and in all the inhabited places of the country. Let's leave it there. I've got to keep all these lessons really short. Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Shalom until the next lesson.